Here we go. Hello, everyone. This is Merritt Trainboy speaking, and welcome to my third live stream here on YouTube. So, here we are in the beginning of spring. Hope everyone is looking forward to it. And here's how this live stream is going to go, and the way I have planned it for. If you guys have been reading the description a bit. First, I'm going to show you my Thomas and Friends Adventures collection. And then after that, I will read you a story from the Railway series from one of these paperback miniature book packs. So you see here? I will read you a story from one of these paperback miniature book packs. And for those of you who haven't seen them, each of these contains 4 books, and they're kind of small. So here we have the first one, and this is the second one. Yeah. But I'm only going to be reading one of these books from one of these book packs. And then after that, I'm going to bring in some Thomas people in, where everything... After all that, I'm going to bring in some Thomas people in, where we will be talking bits in detail of season 22, and of course some other stuff. And we'll also be talking about some new Thomas and Friends products, which will be coming out sometime later this year. So gotta make sure everything's okay. Although on this side, I can read all your messages in the chat, or I could read them right here as well. Hey there to you too. Okay, so can you guys hear me okay? Because I already talked about what's going on. Looks like everything's going okay, so let's get started. So here, let me just tilt the camera. Here in this box are the die-cast Thomas and Friends Adventures engines that I have collected so far. I'll try the best I can. Momo Mayfield. So, there we go. Here we have Thomas. And here we have Percy. And here's James. You see, I like that how these couplings work, since they had replaced them with magnets that were on the Take and Play trains. Looks like we got some more people coming in. Sorry, something sort of distracted me. And here we have Toby. Although they could have, I don't know about you guys, but probably they could have painted the buffer beams on Toby. And also the detailing of his lamp. I don't know about you guys, but just let me know what you guys think. Now let's see what else. Here's another Thomas. And yet another one. But this one here has its buffers colored in. And you see this one, it came from, this Thomas came from the Shark Attack set. I think that's what it's called. And here's another Percy. And you can see he's got his buffers colored in as well. And you see, this is the Percy that came from the Superstation set. This is the Adventures Percy that came from the Superstation. Give me a moment. Okay, let's see. Next, we got Hugo. And you see the propeller spins. A really nice model. And here's next we have Rosie. And of course you can see she's in her original pink livery. However, I still think they should add some pink detailing on her new livery. I don't know about you guys, but I really think that Rosie should still have some pink detailing. And here's the, let's see, what else? I suppose this next engine, Charlie. Probably the buffer beams should be colored in as well. And here's another Thomas, but this one's a Celebration 1. You can see it's got some bunting on the sides of him. I don't know what they're exactly called, but just let me know what they are. Also, let me know if any of you guys would like a better look at any of them. Next, we have Annie and Clarabelle, and they too have bunting on the sides of them. Like I said, just let me know if you want. Let me know if you want a better look at them. So, if you want me to give them a better look. Anyway, and here's Sir Topham Hatt's car. So you see, both Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle and this car were from the same pack, which I did a unboxing video of. Let me have a look in the chat. Oh, I see you like the Superstation as well. Yes, I do. I've already heard about that. Bachman has planned to make a Red Rosie. So that's kind of interesting. So here's Spencer, another tender engine. And here's a cargo car with a cargo load. Although it's kind of see-through, you see. What else? Seems kind of dusty. Ah, here. And here's Henrietta. Although I like the fact that they made a die-cast model of Henrietta finally back in 2017, because you know, Toby isn't the same without Henrietta. And here's yet another Thomas. Just a moment, guys. Sure, just a minute. I'll let you know when I'll be inviting some other people. Now let's see. Okay, and here's Gina. I wonder if anyone thought of a take-and-play version of Gina, which they would have the dumb one-way magnets. If they were originally going to make Nia in take-and-play form. Not really sure. And here's Diesel. A really nice model. And let's see. And here we have Ashima. Hello to you too, Mikey. What else? I think we'll go this one. And here's Steven. I actually like this model of Steven. But even though the tender is connected to him. Let's see. And then here we have Nia. Another one of my favorites of the Adventures line. Like I said, let me know, guys, in the chat if you would like, if you want me to get to give you a better look. And here we have Gator. Sorry, there's a little bit of hair stuck to him. And here is another road vehicle, Birdie the Bus. And here's Thomas in here, but this is the original Thomas in his green livery. Yeah, you see, this is what Thomas looks like when he first came to Sodor in The Adventure Begins. Mr. I'm full of surprises, Diesel himself. That's funny. Mr. Random Train Boy. Yeah, Kenya. Okay, next we have here's Trevor. You see here, this wheel turns while he's in motion. And here's Theo. And this one wheel only spins, but on this side, all the gears turn with this wheel. And here is Hurricane. Looks like a nice model to me. And here's Frankie. And almost getting to we're now down to the last few. So here we have here's Space Mission Thomas.
Thomas to Sodor. Come in, Sodor.
And here's the rocket on his flat car. And here's Dino Discovery James. I think that's the name of this model of James.
T-Rex on the tracks.
Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. I think the batteries need to be changed.
Raptors don't scare me at all.
Boy, this one's got a lot dusty. Okay, there we are. And here we have Pirate Diesel.
Ahoy, matey. Sea monsters are after me treasure.
I like that this model of Diesel has this eye patch, and here's this cannon that's for in that cargo car. And here's the Rainbow Thomas, the special edition Rainbow Thomas. This one too looks like a this one too looks like a very nice model. It's got the colors of the rainbow. Although purple. I like how the running board and the wheels are kind of see-through, kind of. Probably to to give this model a bit of a highlight look. But I don't. Oh, what do you guys think of this model? Looks good, doesn't he? And that's everything that was from this box. So I'll put this back. You could watch me put them back in if you want to. Hurricane, you know, like a storm, whoosh. Someone just said that in the chat. And yeah, I bet the Rainbow Thomas looks amazing as well. I'm not sure if any of you people could hear that, but there's some other people out there talking in the other room. But try to ignore that. And you can see here I got about 4 Thomases so far in this collection. And that was the last one. And here they are back in the box. Okay, and now since that is out of the way, I can now read you a story from one of these book packs. But I'm only going to be reading one of these stories from one of these books in one of these packs. So I'll give you guys a good look at the books. So you see this is the first pack and this is the second pack. So just let me know people let me know in the chat of which one of these you would like me to read. Sorry. Don't worry if you're late. Just take your time to decide on one of these. Don't worry if you're late. Just let me know. Like I said, let me know which one of these books you would like me to read from one of these book packs. Which from one of these stories. Maybe we'll get a good one. Don't worry. Don't worry if you're still having a hard time deciding. Maybe I'll have a look in the chat while we wait. Great. Awesome, James. Thank you. How is this even trying? Agree. Already talked about that. Nia Kinga. Thomas is awesome. Hmm. So far, I'm not getting any responses of what stories that you people would like me to read. So I'm gonna have to pick one of these books anyway, one of these packs, and I might have to read the other pack for some other time. That's okay for you guys. All right, so let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which book? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which is the book that will be the best for us to pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So, I think we'll go with this one, and we'll read this one some other time. Probably in a next live stream. If that's okay for you guys. So, which one of these stories from one of these books would you like me to read first? Don't worry if you're late. Come on, people. Which one of these will be best? Tank Engine. Okay, I got a response. Tank Engine, Thomas again. Shall I read Tank Engine? Shall I read that book? Shall I read folks? Tank Engine Thomas it is. Again. Tank Engine Thomas again. It shall be. Also, so which one of these stories would you like me to read? Which one of the stories from this book would you like me to read? Because like I said, I'm only going to be reading one of these stories from one of these books. The first one. Yeah. Someone said in the chat the first one, which is Thomas and the Guard. Okay, so Thomas and the Guard it is. So let me just get a drink. And let me do something real quick. Just a minute, people. Okay, let's see how this works. I don't think that's really gonna cut it. Let me people know if you don't mind. I've not seen the illustrations in this book. Okay, so here we are. Right then. Thomas and the Guard. Thomas the Tank Engine is very proud of his branch line. He thinks it is the most important part of the whole railway. He has 2 coaches. They are old and need new paint, but he loves them very much. He calls them Annie and Clarabelle. Annie can only take passengers, but Clarabelle can take passengers, luggage, and the guard. As they run backwards and forwards along the line, Thomas sings them little songs, and Annie and Clarabelle sing too. Maybe this will be for you guys. When Thomas starts from a station, he sings, "Oh, come along, we're rather late. Oh, come along, we're rather late." And the coaches sing, "We're coming along, we're coming along." They don't mind what Thomas says to them because they know he is trying to please the Fat Controller, also known as the Topham Hatt. And they know too that if Thomas is cross, he's not cross with them. He is cross with the engines on the main line who have made him late. So I'm sorry, people, if I'm struggling with a bit of words. One day, they had to wait for Henry's train. It was late. Thomas was getting crosser and crosser. How can I run my line properly if Henry is always late? He doesn't realize that the Fat Controller depends on me. And he whistled impatiently. At last Henry came. "Where have you been, lazy bones?" asked Thomas. "Oh dear, my system is out of order. No one understands my case. You don't know what I suffer," moaned Henry. "Rubbish," said Thomas. "You're too fat. You need exercise." Lots of people with piles of luggage got out of Henry's train, and they all climbed into Annie and Clarabelle. Thomas had to wait till they were ready. At last the guard blew his whistle, and Thomas started at once. The guard turned round to jump into his van, tripped over an old lady's umbrella, and fell flat on his face. By the time he had picked himself up, Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle were steaming out of the station. Come along, puffed Thomas. But Clarabelle didn't want to come. I've lost my nice guard! I lost my nice guard! She sobbed. Annie tried to tell Thomas, we haven't a guard! We haven't a guard! But he was hurrying and wouldn't listen. Oh, come along! Oh, come along! He puffed impatiently. Annie and Clarabelle tried to put on their brakes, but they couldn't without the guard. Where is our guard? Where is our guard? They cried. But Thomas didn't stop till they came to a signal. Bother that signal, said Thomas. What's the matter? I don't know, said his driver. The guard will tell us in a minute. They waited and waited, but the guard didn't come. Peep, 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 peep! Where is the guard? Whistled Thomas. We've left him behind, sulked Annie and Clarabelle together. The driver, the fireman, and the passengers looked, and there was the guard running as fast as he could along the line with his flags in one hand and his whistle in the other. Everybody cheered him. He was very hot, so he sat down and had a drink and told them all about it. I'm very sorry, Mr. Guard, said Thomas. It wasn't your fault, Thomas. It was an old lady's umbrella. Look, the signal's down. Let's make up for lost time. Annie and Clarabelle were so pleased to have their guard again that they sang, as fast as you like, as fast as you like, to Thomas all the way, and they reached the end of the line quicker than ever before. So there you have it. That was the story of Thomas and the Guard, which was all written in this book. Gonna have to put him in timeout. Someone was kind of saying something inappropriate in the chat. Okay, people. Now it's time for the main attraction that you've all been waiting for. And I'm going to bring in some Thomas people in. And we'll be talking bits and detail of Season 22. And probably, of course, some other products. And some new Thomas and Friends stuff, which will be coming out this year. Okay. So far, I have seen Mikey saying that he would like to join in. So I'm just going to go and invite some people. Okay. Invite people. Just a minute, guys. Yes, I am. Be right there. Hopefully, we'll get some people to come in this time. Maybe I'll answer some questions while we're waiting. Mhm. While we're waiting for everybody else to show up, right. While we're waiting for some people to show up, I could have probably I could show you something that I should have thought about, and I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before from my last live stream. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. Whoa. Okay, so this one here. So you see, this is a file of some stop motion shots that I did, and you can see right along here. Most of them were used from my Thomas and Friends video short, Broken Bridges, and Old Lines. So here's the first one. And that's like an overshot. And here's another one. And those two were used in that shot, were used in the final production of the video. And here's a third one. That one's just a deleted scene. I suppose that's what you guys could call that. And here's the fourth one. And here's this next one. You see, I wanted this one to be in the final product, the final editing of the video, but then yeah, I just wanted that part to be so bad, but unfortunately, in that scene, that part of the scene of that video didn't work that right. And now here's the sixth one, and I think this has to be one of my favorites, sort of. And here's the seventh one. And this is the part where Thomas was coming to the bridge. And so the rest of these shots here, they were just done with trains. So I'll give you guys a quick look at them. And I have thought about giving them another video. I have thought about putting them in another video or something. Dude. I'm going to put you in timeout. Okay, anyway, back to the folder. Anyway, here's the first shot. And this is just a Amtrak train just going along the mountain. And here's this next one, a diesel going under the bridge and a steam engine going over it. And you see, this was from before I did this shot that I did was way before I did the bridge scene in for broken bridges and old lines. So here's a third one. We have a freight train that it's pulling into a siding and then coming to a stop. And here's a passenger train just leaving the station. And this fourth one here, another Amtrak train going along the countryside. And here's the last one. So you see, all that was done before I did the collapsing bridge. All of this whole thing, has been done before I did the collapsing bridge. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And we're still waiting for some people to come in. Ah, looks like we got somebody here, I think. But I better paste them. I'm gonna paste that. In the chat. Google Bot. So, hey guys. Well, I'm already doing one right here. Hmm. 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 Sorry, guys, if this is kind of getting boring to wait. Say now. What other ones? I suppose I think I'll talk about some bits in detail while I'm waiting for everybody else. Maybe I'll wait. And let's see. Mikey, this is your shot. Right now is the day. Oh. I see. Let me Sorry, dude. Let me try this again. Something's not right here. Maybe I'm gonna have... Probably next time I will have to start with people that's in the stream. Okay, looks like somebody's coming in. Looks like someone's coming in. Sorry guys if this is a bit of a slight delay. I suppose I could talk about some future products which will be coming out later this year, while we're waiting for the others. So sorry guys if this is kind of getting boring, but anyway. So first off, with this new diecast Thomas range, which is the Trackmaster push-alongs. But you see, guys, back in those days of Trackmaster, you can just push those trains along if you wanted to. You just don't need a separate engine to look different. So, and here I have it here with me. This is the Thomas from the push-along, which I did a unboxing review of, if you guys remember that. And here, comparing it with the Adventures Thomas. I think it'd be best if I put it on the table. So you see, guys, the differences. You see this model here. This model seems slightly bigger than this one. You see the wheels are slightly bigger as well. And you can see here on this model they added this black detailing part, which is connected to the smoke box, which this model doesn't. And it lacks that feature, and I'm fine with that. So you see here, it only makes this noise when you shake it. And for the Adventures, not so much. So you hear the difference. So apparently this model must have more loose parts in it than this one's got. I really think they should have kept this type of range instead of replacing it with this one. Just useless to me. So yeah, I'm not going to be buying any of those Adventures trains, except for the new characters in the diecast range. I'm still glad they kept the diecast feature, but for some reason I don't know why they got rid of that feature. And there's this new set that I've heard. It's called the Super Crusher. I think that's what it's called. So you see, first we got the Super Station. Now we got the Super Cruncher. The Super Crusher, whatever it's called. And apparently, I might be having a hard time trying to get people on here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing the best I can. Hey there to you too, Trainboy4. Just take your time. I'm still waiting for everybody else, Mikey. So sorry, guys, if this is kind of getting a bit long for some reason. So let's see. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I suppose I could show you something. Just need to find something else first. Here we are. Sorry, guys. There's a kind of a bit of a laggy start. Oh, I didn't notice that on my hair. I wonder how that happened. I think that there's something going on, something wrong here. People. I was trying to view the screen here, but I might have to do this the old-fashioned way. So I don't know if you guys could see here. Okay, so sorry guys if this is kind of going to be embarrassing to you. But here we are, Bachmann Trains, the 2009 edition. So we're going to be looking at the new products that Bachmann has to offer. So here we have Thomas's Christmas delivery. It's a new Thomas and Friends Christmas set. Same old Thomas, but with different rolling stock. We have a flatbed carrying presents and a Christmas brake van. And here we have the usual arms. And here you can see over here is Rosie. Right here. Right there's Rosie. That's her in her new livery. And so like I said before, I knew that Bachmann was going to make a red version of Rosie. And here are Gordon's Express coaches. The re-release versions. I bet that might be some new detailing. And here we have these new wagons. And I think they look pretty interesting. And there's that long wagon with the logs. Some old products. And here we have Rusty. And we're still waiting for these coaches to appear from the narrow gauge line. Same old products. And let me show you something else that I also found. But first we'll have a look at the large scale items. Start from here and Bane. Same as usual, but here are the final pictures of these three tankers: the taffy tanker, the water tanker, and the chocolate syrup tanker. And now we can go back all the way here. And now here's something else. So you see here now, Bachmann is planning to make Thomas and Friends products in N scale. So here we have Thomas and Percy, and in Clarabelle, and the two troublesome trucks. So yeah, but first they did Thomas and Friends products in HO scale, then in large scale, and now they're doing this in N scale. So how about that? Although you people may remember that the Tomics trains did Thomas trains before, and they were in N scale. So why did Bachmann decide to do it anyway? Why did they decide to do that sort of feature? So, what are your thoughts on those products? Fine. Let's see bits in detail. What else shall I talk about? Oh, there was a Dino. That was the Dig and Discoveries, a two-parted episode special. But unfortunately, at first I thought that Big World, Big Adventures was going to be the last Thomas movie that we're ever going to get for a while. But no, they're actually going to be making another Thomas movie. But I don't think it's the Digs and Discovery, because that's a two-parted special episode for season 23. And of course, as you people may know, I knew it, and I also knew it. Season 22 is going to be another Around the World series. And since season 22 was a world around the world series, so this next series is going to be going around the world as well, another Around the World series. And so far, something's not right. So, sorry guys, if this is kind of getting lame. And so far, I have already shared my thoughts on these new Thomas and Friends products, which will be coming out later this year. And sorry, I couldn't Sorry, I wasn't able to bring in some Thomas people in where we would be talking. Maybe next time in the next live stream, which I'll be scheduling for. I don't know when I'll be scheduling that one. And sorry if it's kind of boring. hope you guys didn't mind. But hopefully I'll try again in the next live stream, which I'll schedule for. Not really sure when I will have that planned for. But let's hopefully I'll try that again at some point. Also, I hope you guys have enjoyed looking at my Thomas and Friends Adventures collection, and hope you enjoyed the story from the Railway series. And maybe I'll read one. I'll read a story from this one since I already read this one. I'm glad you thought so. Train Boy 4. Let's see. I must have been doing this for quite an hour now. So yeah, sorry guys if this is kind of getting boring for you. But I hope you guys didn't mind that much, and I hope you enjoyed hearing the thoughts of what's going on with the official Thomas and Friends series and the future Thomas and Friends products. Oh, and I almost forgot one thing. I've seen this video that Rama Fool had made the other day, which instead of just eliminating characters from the Steam team, why not make some additions? Because I really think they could have kept the whole entire Steam team together. I don't think there's any reason why they should move. But I know that Tip Machette's only has 7 bursts, but I don't think that should be eliminating how many engines that should live there. And plus, the shed shouldn't be eliminating at all. And although there should be some times that these engines in the Steam team should be taking turns of sleeping at the sheds, like they should be like when they have an early train they have to take early in the morning, or when they have to get an early start. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comments after this live stream's done. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in for this live stream, since we're still at the beginning of spring. Hope you guys are looking forward to this year's spring. And also later today, I'm going to be doing another live stream on my gaming channel, just on my gaming channel. So watch out for that, which will be coming out in a few hours. And hopefully that in the next live stream on this channel will be better than this one, since I tried to get people to come in, which is a bit of a fail. Sorry about that, people, and I'm sorry for that other person that couldn't make it. So yeah, sorry everyone. Oh, before I go, I even want to show you something else real quick on my phone. Almost forgot about this. I was in Target yesterday, and you're not going to believe what I found in the Thomas section. So you guys see here? It's a Thomas Wood Percy. And there was 3 of them that I found on the pegs. Do you mean the name? Do you mean the name of my gaming channel, Trainboy 4? It's called Merit Trainboy Gaming. That's the name of it. So, and although as I was saying, after I saw this, it made me wonder. It made me thought. Looks like Target is bringing back some Thomas Wooden items. And just a minute, I'm just looking at my phone here. Oh well, something's not right. I'm not sure if I could see. Somebody sent me a call. So yeah. Okay. I'm sorry for this bit of a delay, people. I gotta go now. See ya. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Not sure if it's going on. And now it's oh. Whoops.